Hello students, today we will study about the solvents. In previous video we have studied saturated, unsaturated and supersaturated solutions. Now beside water there are many other liquids that can be used as a solvent like benzene, turpentine oil, carbon disulfide, petrol, acetone, alcohol, oxalic acid, methylated spirit, etc. Examples are given here and their everyday uses are also given. Now come to solubility. You might have seen that some solid substances dissolve in the solvent quickly while others take some time to get dissolved in them, and there are many which do not dissolve in the solvent. So these substances have different solubility. So solubility is the maximum amount of the solute in grams that can be dissolved in 100 grams of solvent at a particular temperature to make a saturated solution. Right? I am repeating again. It is the maximum amount of the solute that can be dissolved in 100 grams of solvent at a particular temperature to make a saturated solution. It is very important, students, at a particular temperature, because with change in temperature solubility of the substance also changes. So formula for the solubility of the substance is weight of solute upon weight of solvent multiplied by 100. Now suppose you want to determine the solubility of some substance, then there is a method given here. Suppose you want to find out the solubility of potassium chloride. Potassium chloride is used here as a solute at room temperature. So first of all, you have to prepare the saturated solution of potassium chloride at room temperature. It is very easy. For this, you have to take one container having 100 ml of distilled water. Now, in this 100 ml of distilled water, you have to dissolve potassium chloride crystals. While dissolving the crystals, you have to stir the crystals, stir the solution. Now, keep on dissolving the crystals until they stop dissolving in it. When they stop dissolving in it, it indicates that the saturated solution is ready. Now take this saturated solution in test tube. Second step is determination of the solubility of the solute. Now you have to take one evaporating dish. So first step should be you have to take a weight of this evaporating dish. Suppose the weight comes m gram. Then add the above saturated solution in the evaporating dish and again take its weight. Now naturally the weight will increase. Suppose it comes m1 gram. Now heat the solution until it becomes dry, means all solvent gets evaporated. So now after all solvent gets evaporated, again take a weight. Suppose it comes m2 gram. Note the temperature of the saturated solution. Suppose the temperature is T. So temperature you have to keep same. So you can find out the solubility. Formula is solubility is equal to weight of solute upon weight of solvent multiplied by 100. So weight of solute will be m2, last weight that you have taken, minus m, that is the weight of dish. m2, only the solvent is left here, right? Minus weight of dish, so it will give you the exact weight of the solute. Then weight of solvent, you can find out m1 solution डाला हुआ इसमें and plus it is having the weight of dish, so minus m2, it will give you the weight of the solvent. If you multiply it by 100, then it will give you the solubility of potassium chloride. Now come to the solubility curve. If you plot a curve between solubility and temperature, then the curve form or the graph form is known as solubility graph or solubility curve. Now, in this case, you can see the solubility curve of various compounds. In some of the cases, solubility of the substance increases with increase in temperature. In some cases, it decreases. In some cases, increase is slight. It increases slightly. So some examples are given here, students. For increase, for slight increase, for decrease also. You have to learn these examples. These examples used to come in your exams. Now, application or uses of the solubility curve. First application is in the medical field, because this helps us to determine the amount of drug that can be dissolved in a particular solvent. Second, it is useful also in research works, as it determines the most suitable solvent to be used at various temperatures for the extraction of essential chemicals from the natural sources. It is also useful for separating the solutes. Suppose there is a mixture of solutes. Okay? On cooling, the solute that is having less solubility will crystallize first. So in this way you can separate their crystals also.